Hello everyone, today I want to show you how I make an Easter artist trading card using rubber stamps, distressed inks, fun flock, and Brilliance ink pad. The first thing I'm going to do is rubber stamp my bunny rabbit with the Brilliance ink and emboss it in black embossing powder. I chose to do that so that my image would pop on the paper, and that will help the fun flock to really stand out when I put that on top of the embossing powdered image. I will use a watercolor pencil and an Aqua pen to color in his ear and his cheek. I thought he needed a little bit of color. Then I will use two-way glue to color in the areas that I want to be fun flocked. The two-way glue will stay sticky long enough for the fun flock to adhere. Fun flock is a loose fibrous powder, so I dump it on top of my image, and then I will use the bottom of the jar to press it into the image, and then I like to let it set for a couple of minutes. While I was making this project, I set it aside and I pre-cut one out before I began. But what I would normally do is take a paintbrush and then brush off the excess so that I can get all the loose fibers out of the way. I pre-cut my background to 2.5 by 3.5, and now I'm cutting a smaller piece of paper that will be on the front to 2.25 by 3.25, and this is where I'll do my scene. I'm using rubber stamps that are from Dots, aka Close to My Heart as well. I'm stamping the grass in the Shabby Shutters Distressed ink, and then I'm using my felt to blend on the bottom to give it a little deeper color. The cloud is also from Dots or Close to My Heart, and I'm doing the weather wood, I believe it is the color that I have. I thought that it needed a little bit of glitter, so I'm using Tulip glitter glue or glitter paint. You normally find this in the t-shirt department, and I find that it works perfectly on paper. And I'm just scribbling in around the clouds, and then I'm making little hash marks or V's in the grass so that the grass will sparkle. On the Happy Easter, I didn't like the border that was around it. I knew it wouldn't fit on the card very well. So I will just stamp that out on a regular piece of scrap paper, and then I'm going to cut around, not really straight, just kind of cut it to give it that handmade feeling. Then I'm going to use my blue ink pad and rub the edges across the ink pad, and then use my felt to color in on top of that so it'll blend really well with the card. I'm using a little bitty punch that I got at Michael's in the dollar bin, and I'm using a stylus tool to curl up the flower. I'm making a circular motion in the center of the flower on top of an extra thick fun foam. You could use a mouse pad to do this. You could use a paintbrush, so long as you know that the paint on the end of the paintbrush won't come off. I'm using pop dots or 3D dots on the back of my bunny rabbit and on the back of the Happy Easter, so it'll stick out from the page just a little bit. And by the way, when you have those pop dots, don't throw away the outer carriage that held those pop dots on the page, because those are still valuable. You want to be able to keep using those. My paint was still wet and I had already pre-made one earlier, so I got that one out. And now I'm going to adhere it with Aleene's original tacky glue to the base of my card. Peel the pop dots and stick that on top. Same for the bunny rabbit. And I was running out of time when I made this. I was trying to hurry, and I went back in and I've edited the sound, the narration on here. Next, I use my tweezer and I put a little bit of glue on the back of my flowers because they're so tiny, and I glue them in place. And then I use glitter glue again, and this time I put it in the centers of the little flowers. I just like the way it glitters. If anybody meets me in person, they know that I like glitter, and I am often found with glitter on my face. This is my artist trading card for Easter that we made for work. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for stopping and watching. Please subscribe and comment, and have a blessed day. Bye.